Hello and welcome to the weather update. It's 10 o'clock on May 26th. Another beautiful day across the area. You can see the clouds suppressed to the south. A few high clouds rolled in, but that is the system. We're going to talk about that a little bit later once I get through with the local weather first. You can see clear skies, no smoke, and a beautiful sunny day again. Yep, I was out there again enjoying it. So let's go to the current conditions outside right now. Wow, in the 50s. Yeah, it's nice and cool out. And a sea breeze did develop. However, I got back in my place and it was 77 degrees. And the alley was 66. So, yep, that's what you get here. You can't enjoy any of that nice cool breeze. Not here anyway.
This place!
A little warm, and I got all the windows open and fans going and trying to cool this place down without having to put the air conditioner on, because it's ridiculous that I would have to put it on a cool night like tonight. But anyway, let's take a look at what the day was like at Islip. 58 degrees at Islip, dew point 47. And we'll take a look here, and we'll see here that we had temperatures generally got into the 70s today, low 70s, so close to normal. We had northwest winds for much of the day, but the sea breeze did eventually kick in. At Islip, it kicked in around 6 o'clock. However, I was at Belmont Lake, and it kicked in there around, as I was leaving, so around 4 o'clock. So it was interesting. It took a little while, I guess, to get up to the Islip Airport there in Ronkonkoma. But you could see the effect of the sea breeze there, knocking the temperatures down quite significantly. Actually went from 72 down to the 60s when the sea breeze got into that area there. And we'll look at Farmingdale as well. So we can look at Farmingdale and see what kind of effect they had there, the sea breeze. I mean, all locations now have the sea breeze, I think. Let's see when it... Yeah, a little after, even later there, 6:30. You can see how it dropped. But it dropped faster at Belmont. It's interesting that it got to Belmont Lake, but not... Well, I guess it is south of there. So I guess that's why. But, I mean, if you look at, say, West Islip, you'll see the sea breeze. Let's see. Yeah, it kicked in a lot earlier. So, yeah, 2:30 it kicked in. It was still pretty warm, though. It didn't really drop off until later. I'm thinking there's something with their sensor, though, perhaps. We'll look at some more stations. Let's go look at the highs and the lows for the day. And there was a sea breeze in Jersey as well today. So let's go to the highs first. And generally low 70s across the island. A little further inland, more like mid-70s. But other than that, fairly normal for this time of the year. Lows, 37 got down to 37 in West Hampton. Otherwise, lows upper 40s to around 50 degrees, mid-50s in the city, and in Jersey, a lot of areas in Jersey got pretty cool, actually cooler than here. Low 40s for them, for a lot of locations. You can even see a 38 in the Pine Barrens there in New Jersey. So now that we got that out of the way, already showed you the satellite. So let's go to Wonder Map here. We'll go to Wonder Map, which I didn't put up here. And we'll look at our temperatures for the day, all right? And our temperatures, again, because where that sea breeze was, it literally made all the difference in the world. And first I want to see Mineola, because probably was significantly warmer here. It's just, that sea breeze really makes a big difference. And, 78, wow, yeah, it was a lot warmer in Mineola. Doesn't look like we got a sea breeze at all. Maybe not into the evening, but yeah, it was pretty warm here in Mineola, quite warm, in fact. Compare that to, say, we'll see if we can find a station by Belmont Lake, for instance. All right, we're over there. 73, yeah, it's a little more like it. And there's the sea breeze there. Interesting. I was at Belmont Lake. I think it came through around 4 o'clock. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But when I got to Babylon, I could really feel it. But you could see there, yeah, you could see the effect of the sea breeze right there. And if you're even further south, it has a better effect. If you were right on the water, say at Blue Point, you'll see Blue Point was probably had it even sooner than. Why is it saying no data available? Oh, there it goes. Only hit 70, and yeah, the sea breeze came through around 3:30 there, and you can see. Yeah, look at look at that graph. That shows the sea breeze right there. Dew points jump up, temperatures go down. So it went from the low around 70 down to the mid 60s with the sea breeze there. So yep, that's what you get to enjoy there when you're on the South Shore. And if you're on the barrier islands here, say in Fire Island Pines, it'd be even cooler. Only 68. And look, the sea breeze came through there around 2 o'clock. Yeah, look at that. So there you go. Very, very interesting. Okay, so there you go. Very interesting stuff right there. And of course, the further north you are, less likely you have a sea breeze at all. We'll just see how Rockville Center. Rockville Center probably got a sea breeze too as well. So I want to see when they got their sea breeze in. So let's see. They're a little further west. 75. Looks like around 6 o'clock. Yeah, it came in over there around 6 o'clock. And we'll go out east to Ridge. Yeah, I know I spend a lot of time on this, but it's interesting to me. Most people just don't talk about all these microclimates Long Island has. And, there are a lot of microclimates out there, that you have. And 72, and only 72 out there. They got their sea breeze around 6 o'clock, too, it looks like. So, yeah, but here in central Nassau, it didn't really happen until after the sun went down. So, yep. And they also did sea breeze in Jersey as well. So let's go look at that. Let's go to Toms River. And look at downtown Toms River, because I think they got a sea breeze, too. Let's see. Not quite. No, not quite. I think there was along the shore, but it doesn't make it that far inland, It might make it like if you're right over here. Yeah, I know there's a place in New Jersey in Ocean County called Glen Cove, believe it or not. 67. So it looks like they had a sea breeze all day. Right on the water there, they had a sea breeze. All right, I know I spent a lot of time on that, all right? But, it's interesting. All right, so let's go to the country here, and we'll look and see what we got here across the whole country. You can see it looks like we are already seeing the effects of that tropical system. Look at this buoy here. Northeast at 40, gusting to 51 on that buoy. And it looks like we have some storm warnings up already. Let's see if we can get them. Gale warnings in effect, small craft advisories. Yeah. There's another one, 54. Northeast at 40, gusting to 54. So, yeah, this is going to definitely bring some wind in, for sure, to the Carolinas and stuff. And no tropical storm system. No tropical storm, just a bunch of wind advisories. No tropical storm advisories yet, which is kind of interesting. But we're going to look at this on satellite right now. So let's go to tropical tidbits, and we're going to go over here to the satellite imagery. And obviously we have Super Typhoon Marwar as well. We'll have to talk about that as well. I guess they don't have it in here. All right. We'll have to go to the satellite viewer here. All right, we'll just go to the southeast here. We'll look at U.S. East Coast or southeast. And we'll put the flash intensity for lightning. Yeah, look at all that convection popping up there. Let's get this in here. And yeah, there's quite a bit of it. So, yeah, this thing definitely looks like it's, yep, there, right there. Something is happening. Hurricane Center is being kind of mum on it, but something is happening here for sure. And I think this could, I'm still surprised that they haven't given it a name yet or even called it a tropical depression at this point. But it clearly, you could see some convection going on, the lightning, and there's some more convection popping up here. So this is going to have to be watched tonight for sure. Definitely has tropical characteristics to it, at least in my opinion it does. But anyway, you can look at it on MODIS too as well. This is the storm right here. Um, there's the storm. We're in the clear. And you can see no wildfire smoke to speak of. Looking over here, you can see they're not putting out as much smoke as they were, which is good. So not as much smoke. The fires definitely have calmed down quite a lot, which is good news. Very good news for not only Canada, but us. We won't have to deal with the haze anymore, at least until the next conflagration happens up there. Hopefully not, but we'll have to see what happens. So speaking of the smoke, let's look at our smoke model here, and I'm just gonna, just run this one here, and you'll see there was a little bit over there, but not really very much. So let's go to the weather map now, and you'll see here high pressure over us. There's your tropical hybrid low, some storminess in the west, not in the west coast, but in the west, like the mountain, the Rockies. It's been very active lately into West Texas again. If we look at the radar here, you'll see that there are there's your radar right now. So they're getting some rain in on the Carolinas there from that system, that hybrid system, and here are the storms out here in the west, and some of these do have some warnings out and watches for them. So if we go to the map here, which isn't working, there we go. All right, let's get that back up here. If we go to the map, I'm just going to take these stations off here. You'll see tornado watch in effect for this very large area here. New Mexico down into West Texas, very active. A little red flag warning in southeast Phoenix. We got some bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings and flash flood warnings in effect as well for these storms. And it looks like we have severe thunderstorm watches going up into parts of Wyoming, Nebraska, into Montana. So yeah, that's what's going on. So we do have the severe weather over there, but let's close this out, and we'll go over the statistics for today from the Weather Service as far as our climatology goes. Ice slip, near normal, pretty much near normal. For ice slip, just a few degrees below Central Park, about 3 degrees below normal at Central Park. And one thing you'll notice here, well, we'll talk about it on Sunday. I'm not going to talk about it now. There isn't much rain in this forecast. So looking at the models here, is that high pressure, there's that low. That's going to maybe gain a little bit of strength there, and you can see the high pressure's kind of got it cornered there. Off the southeast Carolina coast, high pressure keeps us dry. Then it makes its way inland into the Carolinas Sunday, but that high pressure keeps us dry, and in fact, we're dry until Monday. So yeah, it's going to be a dry weekend across the area. So let's go to the northeast view here, and HRRR 00 to the HRRR here. There's not going to be any precipitation here. In fact, I want to change this region to the southeast so we can look at our storm here. All right, so this is our storm again, and it's going to gather some strength, I think. And like I said, it has some tropical characteristics to it. And it's going to behave a little more like a nor'easter, though. The worst of it is on the north and the east side, but there's definitely some tropical characteristics to this, but it may not get a name. The Hurricane Center seems to be reluctant on that. So back to the northeast. Obviously, no precipitation for us. We'll look at the HRRR here, but you can see it's suppressed. So let's go look at the dew points and wind flow. Obviously, calm winds again tonight, so we're going to have a cool night again tonight. Lows in the 40s and 30s, maybe in the colder spots. And tomorrow, these are the dew points. So we have the dry air here in place. And you can see the winds tomorrow go a little more in a westerly direction to start. So that may bring in some warmer air, and then a sea breeze develops later on in the afternoon. And then as we get towards Sunday, you'll see southerly flow continues, and you see all that moisture from that tropical system. That's why I think it's some kind of tropical system, because it's got a warm core to it. but they just don't want to name it yet. If they do give it a name, I'll update you. But right now, there is nothing for it. Hurricane Center has nothing on. In fact, you put this here, it just has 0%. They don't think it's going to form to anything. So, getting back to the models here, let's go to the air temperatures. And you'll see things are going to warm up. So, cool night tonight. Again, lows 45 to 50. Most areas are going to see 40s, but again, those coldest spots could be 30s in the Pine Barrens, like West Hampton and stuff. But tomorrow, we're going to be a lot warmer tomorrow. So mid-70s tomorrow, probably be a little bit above normal. And then that sea breeze comes on in the afternoon, cooling off the South Shore. Probably not here in Mineola. Have the AC cranking tomorrow. And then for Saturday night, still cool off though. Probably lows in the 50s. But not enough to cool it. That alley will probably stay warm all night, unfortunately. And then Sunday, pretty similar to Saturday as far as the temperatures go, though there will be a sea breeze that'll cool things off again on the South Shore, but we'll start off in the mid-70s and then drop with the sea breeze coming in. So let's go to the GFS to take us to Memorial Day here. And it's wind flow. All right, so here we go. We're going to go into sun. So you can see we stay in the dry air. We have east winds for Monday. All right, so that's a cool wind direction. And we might be a little cooler on Monday as a result, with temperatures maybe only low 70s, but I still think we'll see mid-70s. Though I think tomorrow, if you're inland, you could be upper 70s, maybe an 80-degree reading somewhere in the more inland spots, especially in New Jersey, and maybe New York City too. But let's go to the skies. And here are the sky models, and you can see that cirrus just stays to the south. We should have plenty of sunshine tomorrow, and it looks like not just tomorrow, but Sunday as well. The RGM just keeps this cirrus suppressed. It's amazing. And even Monday, it's having trouble getting that cirrus in here. This is the RGM model. The models might have different opinions on this. And we'll go to the GFS next. All right, the GFS is a low. Now, GFS brings the cirrus in more. Yeah, you can see that. It brings a lot more of it in Sunday and Monday. Let's go to the NAM, though. NAM. We have the latest NAM. And so the NAM also just suppresses it down. And I really think we're going to have plenty of sun tomorrow. There is the FV3, which is another like high-resolution GFS model here, and you can see that it does bring the cirrus in more tomorrow. So we have a bit of a disagreement on that. So I'll have to see what's going to happen with that. I'm kind of leaning toward, let's go to the satellite here. Back to our satellite here. Where's our satellite loop? I'm kind of leaning toward it getting suppressed, so I think we'll have plenty of sunshine tomorrow. Sunday, maybe a few more of the cirrus clouds. Monday would probably be the day we see more of them, but I still think we're going to have plenty of sunshine this entire weekend. I think it's going to just be beautiful. Probably one of the nicest Memorial Day weekends we've had in quite some time, I might add. So I think we're going to wrap it up soon. I think that's just about it. Again, we have, Marwar, right, all right. We do want to talk about that for a moment. So let's go to Super Typhoon Marwar here. Imagery here, satellite imagery. And we're just going to look at Super Typhoon Marwar. Look at that. Wow. What a monster. What a monster that thing is. That's really something to see. So this thing is really just, and if we go to storms here, current storms here, this is Super Typhoon Marwar. And we could look at the track and everything here. It's just incredible to see. Look at this thing. So, yeah, this is very impressive storm here. These are the spaghetti models. And you can see most of them keep it offshore. A few bring it onshore to Taiwan. But as I said in the other weather update, it could affect, it will affect, even without a direct hit, it's going to affect, there's going to be storm surges along the Philippines and Taiwan and the other islands there. And again, this is another loop of it. Look at that thing. I had to show it to you. It's got that classic buzzsaw look to it. It's really incredible to see. And it's maintaining its strength. It's wow, that's all I got to say. So I think that's going to wrap up this weather update. Be glad you are not be glad that this storm isn't affecting you for sure, because this is a monster. It's scary. This is just really something to see. Is all I got to say. So yeah, I know it's really incredible to see. So we'll keep. Again, so maximum sustained winds are 135 knots. Of course, it goes to knots instead of miles per hour. So we're going to have to put knots to miles an hour. 2 mph. And that is 155 miles an hour sustained winds. So, yep. Anyway, I think that's going to wrap up this weather update here. Again, this is your Storm Prediction Center. We can just run it through the next couple of days here. And day 2 pretty much stays in the same area. Day 3, marginal. So it's generally speaking, though, again, just look at they got this area right here. So that's again with that tropical system that we've got to watch. But I think that's going to be it. So again, we're going to have to really watch that tropical system for sure. I'll just go to the Ventu sky and we'll just look at this for a moment. Again, we'll just go to wind gusts here because this is our system here, and like I said, it's going to make a closer approach tomorrow. And you can see some of these strong winds here. They'll be right along the coast and even inland a little bit. Unfortunately for the Carolinas, their weekend is kind of ruined. But for all the Long Islanders that moved down there regretting it. For us, we have beautiful weather. And so that's going to wrap up this weather update. And again, enjoy the weekend. We have a nice weekend ahead. No weather update tomorrow. Sunday or Monday will be the next weather update. All right, maybe I'll post the highs and the lows or something like that. Some statistics tomorrow, but no video. So that's going to be it. Thank you for watching. Happy Memorial Day. Of course, remember what Memorial Day is all about. Remembering all those who gave their lives for this country. So thank you for watching. Have a good night.